Well, well, well. Welcome back to the MechWarrior 3 modded campaign with added enemies walkthrough. This is your host, Ancient Freako. Hopefully I'm a little louder this time. Try not to be too quiet. So we're at Operation 2, Mission 2. The underground mission. I have failed. So you're going to enjoy watching this. Freako goes down at the end. I make a tragic mistake. But what happened was I went back and I played the mission again, and 2 more times actually. The second time I played, I tried to record it and I hit the wrong button, so you're not going to see that one. But the second time I played, I ended up with basically the same loadout that I'm about to put in the Orion right now, because I still had enough ammunition left for a second try. And it worked out well. I won the mission. I corrected my mistakes, and but then I realized, oh shit, I didn't hit the hotkey for record, so you don't get to see that one. So instead, on the next video, I'm going to go through that salvage glitch that I described to you in the previous videos, and I'm going to show you how to do that, and I'm going to load up my Orion with a shit ton of LRMs, and you're going to get to see how to really dominate in MechWarrior 3. But for now, you're going to see this one, and what my mentality at this point was. Well, I wanted to, my amount of first, what I usually do is I check how much ammunition I have, and I check my ammunition levels and see where I'm at. And in this particular situation, the ammunition levels are kind of spread out across the different types of missiles. So I'm putting together a mixture of missiles. It's going to be a missile boat. It's close quarters, so you don't really have to worry that much about long range. So as you can see, it's going to be what it is. Basically, we've got 5 LRMs and a couple of SRMs, streak SRMs, which the range for those is 480 meters in this game. And that brings up another gripe of mine for MWO. Is I believe the ranges in MWO are a little shorter than they should be for a lot of things. But anyway, getting back to this. Generally, I try to set myself up with a group, two different weapon type groups, at least 2. There's another glitch to talk about in MechWarrior 3. If you've noticed, I've got all the ammunition loaded in the arms. MechWarrior 3 is unique in that if you load ammunition in your arms on the battle mech and your arms get destroyed, you still get to retain that ammunition loadout. Even when you go back to the MFB after you've had your arms blown off, the MFB magically gives you all your ammunition. It's a glitch. It's a mistake that the devs made when they put this game together, but it is what it is. So you take advantage of it. They corrected it in Pirate's Moon, so you don't have to worry so much about it. So what you do is, and the other thing is, in MechWarrior 3, torso weapons do not get destroyed. That's another glitch, another mistake they made, which they did correct in Pirate's Moon. Torso weapons do get destroyed in Pirate's Moon. So the idea for MechWarrior 3 is to load your torso weapons in your torso, if you want to exploit the glitch. If you don't, I mean, I've played this campaign so many times, I had to come up with my own personal iterations and variations of how I would play the campaign just to make it interesting. So there were times where I looked at the mech and I looked at, each weapon fire point and saw what it looked like and thought to myself, oh, okay, well, a ballistic weapon could go here. whether it was an arm or a torso. You know, I do the loadout the way the mech looks, based on how the mech looks. You know, put the missiles in the missile racks that are obviously missile racks, and so forth. So, you know, I mean, I've done it that way just to make things interesting. But here I'm trying to show you, the glitches. So, grouping the weapons, missiles, energy, and ballistics, basically. The machine guns are going to raise a little bit of hell. They're more of a distraction than anything else. You can distract an enemy AI character from attacking your lance mate if you hit him with some machine guns. It's always a possibility. You know, if you feel your lance mate's getting his ass kicked, and you're waiting for your LRMs to recharge, or maybe your lance mate is too close to the enemy and you don't want to knock him down with a huge barrage of missiles, then you can always distract the enemy with your machine guns. So right here, it's pretty self-explanatory. You've got your Orion, and if you've played this mission before, you know there's a Shadowcat right behind him. And you also know there's two Shadowcats coming from the passage to the right. Now you don't want to take out the ceiling in the passage to the right, because you want to wait until those Shadowcats come in here, and you want to trap them in here, because if you trap them in the third chamber, then one of them or both of them will make their way to the fourth chamber, and they'll destroy the gas tank. So you got to let them come in here, and you got to fight them in here. If any enemy destroys the gas tank, the mission's over. So besides these two Shadowcats right here, there are two more enemies in Chamber 3 that will go to the fourth chamber and destroy the gas tank. So when you're done with this particular battle, you got to go into when you go into Chamber 2 and Chamber 3, you've got to deal with those other mechs in there immediately. You can't wait. And I believe one of them is the Bushwhacker that I added, and the other one is the Firefly. So right here, I'm pretty much trying to draw the enemy fire away from Dominic, you know, to save him. That's the strategy that I try to take, and you know, keep moving at the same time. I believe he has some AMS. I think I have some AMS. What I'm doing right here is you want to wait and time the missiles for when they land, because if you shoot them while they're up in the ceiling, then they're gonna dodge the missiles on their way down. So there seems to be I seem to have an AI script thing going on with these Shadowcats that I need to fix, because they like to make sitting ducks of themselves by tiptoeing around. So expect me to try and fix that at a later date. So Dominic is in trouble. He's pretty beat up. So here you go. There you go. Now I mentioned at some point, I think it was maybe in the Discord or somewhere, maybe it was on the YouTube page in one of the comments, that I was talking to somebody about these MFBs. Now you've got to decide. Either you're going to get refitted or Dominic's going to get refitted. Now this time I chose me, and the reason is the MFBs will set up once in the first area, but if you ask them to do it again, there's a glitch and they won't. One of them will get stuck and they just won't do it. I'm not sure if I can fix that, but I will probably take a look at it. So now Dominic just has to wait until I take over the second area. But unfortunately, this particular time around, it's not going to get that far, because I'm about to make the big mistake. And so this is going to be a quick video. It's going to be over very shortly. But right now the strategy is to take take the fire. I'm drawing the enemy fire so that Dominic doesn't get hurt. And I'm supposed to be good enough to where I can do that. But I didn't carry through with a very good strategy this time. Like a dummy, I decided to come all the way in and challenge these guys. Meanwhile, I'm getting my ass kicked. Watch my armor. My armor's getting beat on. And now I've got the Cauldron Bornish gonna be shooting at me with his Gauss rifle. And these guys are whacking me left and right. It was a mistake to come in here. Usually what I do is, well, you'll see in the next video what I usually do. So yeah, Freako bites the dust. Enjoy it, folks. It doesn't happen that often, except in multiplayer. Oh yeah. Isn't it just wonderful? Die! So I'll see you on the next one. Freako out.